So sometimes I'll say, kind of metaphorically, that Trump rallies and Trump events are sort of like these circus tent evangelical churches, but we don't literally mean that. But Trump's rally in Selma, North Carolina over the weekend actually really seemed like one. Madison Cawthorn, the radical Republican Trumpist congressman who is in a wheelchair, he's paralyzed, I guess it's from the waist down from a car accident. He did a sort of reenactment of the type of scene you would normally see like in an evangelical faith healing church, where he performed a miracle and stood up using his arms, holding himself up on a walker type thing with the help of two people and metal braces on his legs, I believe. And it's horrible on so many levels, and I'm going to talk about it. So I'm going to play the clip for you. If you're only listening, it's important that I describe that what's going on is he is performing a miracle by standing despite being paralyzed from the waist down. Just look at this.
$7 a gallon. My friends, this country can change very quickly. And it may seem impossible. People tell me that it's impossible to change the direction of our country, that it's impossible to root out the corruption in our government.
Here he goes. So they bring out a walker, and then two people kind of stand him up. This is a miracle that he's performing. And there he is.
But my friends, God spared my life. He has given me the strength to stand before you today, so do not lecture me on what is impossible. My fellow patriots, Americans are in the business of doing the impossible, because with God, all things are possible.
Yeah. So listen, first of all, of course, no disrespect to his physical condition whatsoever. I wish he had never gotten into that car accident. I wish he had full use of his legs. Of course, I would never ridicule anyone for, he has a terrible medical condition. It's horrible, okay? But what are the issues here? First of all, it's not like he stood up and walked around. And so even this framing of, with God, anything is possible, well, why didn't God keep you out of the accident? Why didn't God give you the ability to walk rather than just standing in this way? Right? I mean, it's no disrespect to him. It's great that he can stand on the strength of his arms. That's a beautiful thing. That's better than not being able to do it. But why is it, if you're invoking that God did these things, why wouldn't God have spared you from the accident or from the paralysis? It just doesn't make any sense. These are indefeasible comments, first of all. Secondly, FDR used to do this, okay? FDR did this without fanfare. He didn't say it's God's work. FDR didn't weaponize his physical problem to try to sucker people into supporting anything in particular. FDR had actual policy ideas, and that's part of it. It's sad that it works with this crowd, and it's also not super surprising that there's this palpable lack of authentic spirituality that pervades the Republican Party. It's performative charlatanism. And that's what we saw here from Madison Cawthorn. You don't see this and go, that is some authentic spirituality. You go, that's like the type of act you would expect at a faith healing church. And it is classic cult stuff. I may do a deeper dive into this later this week or next week. There is a book called Thought Reform and the Psychology of Totalism, a study of brainwashing in China. It's written by Robert J. Lifton. This is a fantastic book, and it talks about the different elements for brainwashing people, what is sometimes called thought reform. And one of the items on the list is what's called mystical manipulation. The manipulation of experiences that appears spontaneous, but it's actually planned and orchestrated by the group or its leaders to demonstrate divine authority, spiritual advancement, exceptional talent, or insight that sets the leader apart from humanity and allows a reinterpretation of historical events, scripture, and other experiences. That is exactly what Madison Cawthorn is doing here. He's doing this mystical manipulation where he's able to rise up and stand despite being paralyzed. Cawthorn also does number three. Number three is a demand for purity. The world is viewed as black and white. Everybody is exhorted to conform to the ideology of the group and to strive for perfection, and they use guilt and shame to control people. His recent stuff with the orgies and the cocaine, he presents himself as he's pure. He's been told that the orgies and the cocaine go on. He doesn't participate in it. He's the pure one. Sacred science is another item from the list of criteria for thought reform. The group's doctrine or ideology is considered to be the ultimate truth beyond questioning and dispute. Truth is not found outside the group. The leader, as the spokesperson for God or humanity, is likewise above criticism. This is more general to Trumpism. Trump literally has said, don't believe what you're seeing, don't believe what you're hearing. I will tell you what's really going on. I will give you the truth. And then lastly from this list, loading the language. The group interprets or uses words and phrases in new ways so that often the outside world doesn't understand. This includes thought-terminating cliches, which serve to alter members' thought process to conform the group's way of thinking. They do that all the time. For example, fake news. That's a thought-terminating cliche. It's not really fake news. It's just news you disagree with. It's reporting that's not good for you. That's fake news. That's it. Or, hey, you know what? That was incredibly insensitive and discriminatory. You're woke. That's another thought-terminating cliche. This is incredible how closely their behavior conforms to these brainwashing techniques, and we will talk about that more. One of our sponsors is Blinkist, who's been supporting the David Pakman Show longer than any other sponsor. Blinkist is the app that lets you listen to or read an entire nonfiction book in just 15 minutes. Blinkist is the way to absorb those books you can't make time for. Blinkist takes top nonfiction titles, pulls out the book's key takeaways and insights, and gives it to you in the form of a text or audio explainer that you can consume in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, now you actually do have time to learn about all the things you've been wanting to tackle. On the Blinkist app, I just listened to This Is Your Mind on Plants by the great Michael Pollan. Super interesting, the history of caffeine and so many other things. Blinkist has you covered on podcasts too. Blinkist takes long episodes of popular podcasts and distills them into audio you can listen to in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, you can become knowledgeable about so many different things. You can have conversations with people about more topics. Blinkist makes you more well-rounded. Try Blinkist for free and get 25% off a subscription. Go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. The link is down below.